What's good? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Better Half Show. As usual, I'm Brittany, joined by that black girl over there, over
This
here.
black girl, Asia. Good.
What's up? How you feeling, Mama?
I've had an eventful week. Apparently, when maintenance came last Monday, they said our apartment was not up to their standards, so now they want to do an inspection.
That's crazy.
Now they're
What's
gonna be
not
mad
up
because
to your standard?
it's because the second bathroom, the guest bathroom, wasn't clean. Like we were gonna clean it because y'all were coming and things like that, but he had came, and I think he was just upset because I said that I didn't like that he left when he unclogged the drain in our tub, that he just left
Hmm.
the hair in the toilet.
That's real.
So I was like, I kind of, I'm kind of like, after you come in here and you like look through my apartment and see that everything is fine, I want an apology. And then I
Right.
don't want that, and then I don't want that maintenance man anywhere near my apartment.
That's real because that's kind of fucked up. Because like, who are you? It's not like
We've been
you're a
here.
hoarder. Your bathroom just wasn't
I have
up to
I
what
have been here
standard?
for almost 4 years. May will be 4 years. And
Hmm.
you're trying to tell me now it's a problem. You've been in and out of my apartment because there's some things I just can't do by myself.
That's real.
And now it's a problem because now I actually wrote something because I'm fed up about it because you do it every time.
That's crazy. I'm sorry. Sips wine. Well, I've been good. I will say that this is our second to last episode for anybody who's listening. We will be taking a break soon. I will be having this baby in 2 weeks. Um,
2 weeks because doctors are
no,
not.
like I just, yeah, it's gonna be 2 weeks. Next week, I'm gonna tell my doctor that this is happening the following week, and we're just gonna
Period.
move forward from there because I'm over it. So yeah, this is our second to last episode, but overall I've been pretty good. No complaints really. Just my weeks are the same every fucking week. Like Monday, Tuesday, our regular days. Wednesday, Thursday, I go to the doctor, and it just feels like it's secular every single fucking week. So, anyways, moving on to way more exciting things in my life.
I don't know if this topic is exciting,
Okay, I
but
mean, not exciting, but relatable.
very relatable.
Yeah. So this week we are going to be talking about catcalling, and just kind of the effects of it and like the male fragile ego that seems to come along with being rejected by a woman for any fucking reason. Any reason. It's actually kind of crazy. Um, so I guess we'll just start with like personal experience and then I can put on
The video.
the videos, yeah.
Yeah. What has been your experience?
I've had plenty of experiences. I've been catcalled while pregnant. Not this pregnancy because I don't go outside, but so I have been catcalled. I mean, so there's times where men are respectful. There are men who are respectful, and I will say that since I've been married, they've been more respectful. Like, and not so much catcalling, but just in general approaching me. If they, well, are you got a boyfriend? And I say I'm married, they usually back down, and I appreciate that. Um, but I think overall, my experience has been while it is kind of like usually when I get catcalled, I'm not trying to be seen, and that's the most annoying part about it. Be on some regular ass shit, just trying to get from point A to point B, and someone's like yelling.
Damn girl.
Yeah, and it's like I'm completely uninterested in having conversation, period. Like it's not even about you. It's like
It's about my social anxiety. One, I don't know you, so
exactly.
No, same. I don't. So I don't fully get catcalled because I dress like a nigga
I
most
hate you.
times.
But that's what I mean. It doesn't matter. That's when I that's when I feel like I can hit on
But
the most.
because and even but even when I dress like a nigga, even when I dress like a nigga, everyone has to remember that I have titties, I have ass, I have thighs, I have it all. So
Yeah.
regardless of what I'm wearing, you can see something. And so it's always, damn girl, what you? And I can have my headphones in, and then they be upset because I didn't hear them. Like, boy, if you don't get the fuck,
Yeah,
hello.
it's the attitudes for me.
But a lot of it hasn't been me being an adult. A lot of it when I was a lot younger.
Mm.
You know, you could just be outside doing absolutely nothing, and somebody will ride past and be like, "Oh, girl, you pretty." Da-da-da-da. I know I'm pretty, but like I'm 12. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Honestly, I remember having experiences like that too when I was a kid. I feel like that's a whole nother topic, or maybe not. But the pedophilia of it all is actually pretty creepy. But I definitely remember like being a child and like feeling like only old men were attracted to me.
Yeah,
And I was just
yeah.
like, this is weird.
I mean,
Um,
even now, like old men, young men, they're attracted to me, but it's like if you if I don't see you buy me a drink, you can't buy me a drink.
I'm done.
If I don't if I don't see if we don't walk to the bar together, you cannot buy me a drink.
That's real.
Oh, what are you drinking? Oh, I'm drinking a beer. Oh, well, do you want another one? Yeah, if I can walk to the bar with you.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah. I mean, usually I'm at the bar. I like being at the bar. Personally, I like to make friends with bartenders back in my day.
I do, and most of the time I know the bartenders. So like, and we could just be having a conversation. I'd be like, all right, y'all, it's getting busy, so I'm gonna do a lap and I'm gonna come back,
Yeah.
and then that's that. And I just
Yeah.
I'm not super attractive, so like
Shut up.
I don't
Anyway,
understand.
so have you ever been in a situation where like you've turned down someone who was catcalling you and it's I wouldn't say like violent, but it was like a
So this one instant where I was actually out of the state, and you're not you they know you're not from there by the way you dressed or by the way you act, by the way you walk. It
Mhm.
was it was, hey, excuse me, I think you're really pretty. I want to go out for a drink. Oh no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't drink. I don't do that. I can have
Yeah.
alcohol in my hand. I can have alcohol in my hand. I don't drink. I don't. Mm-mm. Um, and then he got a little bit aggressive because it was like, well, what are you about to do anyway? I'm about to go do what I do, what I was doing
Right.
before you interrupted
Mind
me.
my own goddamn business.
And then he walked back over to his friends, was like, somebody else go try, because she act like she got a little attitude. I do. I have social anxiety, and if you're randomly coming up to me telling me I'm pretty, I know I'm pretty. I'm
Hmm.
a melanated, big tittied woman. I know. But you don't gotta tell, not everyone needs to know that they're pretty.
Facts. Or needs to be reminded. Like, I agree. I know for me, a lot of times, like, somebody will catcall me. Or I remember once, like, I was walking down the street when I first got to DC, like, the Howard area was
Mm-hmm.
it had not been, um, it,
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
it had not been, what's the word I'm looking for? Um,
Gentrified.
thank you. Thank you. So it hadn't been gentrified yet. So I was like by far the lightest thing walking down the street at any given point in time. And I remember I was walking to the metro and this guy was catcalling me. And I just,
Kept walking.
yeah, I just kept walking and whatever. And he was like, well, that's fine. That's why you a fat bitch anyway. And it's like, but you were just trying to fuck.
And you know what I want to say? And you know what I want to say? I am, and I'm that fat bitch because you was
No,
just
I
trying to
didn't even have
slide.
that much to say to you. I have nothing to say to you because I never welcomed the conversation to begin with. That's the fucking point. Like, I never wanted to talk to you. And so you're trying to get a reaction out of me, and that's not going to fucking work either. But,
You
like,
came over. You came over here. You interrupted what I had
my
going
thought
on.
process, whatever the fuck I was doing. Like, it's highly annoying, but I've never been in a situation where it's become, violent, but I know that that happens, and that's kind of like,
I have a really funny story time. I I was at New Carrollton Station, Ghetto Central. Boy, when I tell you, I was in high school and I got hit on so much while I was there. I could have been going to work. I could have been going to school. I could have just been getting off the bus to get on another bus.
mhm.
And if I was on the bus, it was so bad because somebody would try to sit next to you and they're like, "Hey, how are you?" And I'm like, "I didn't ask for you to sit here. Please don't speak to me." He's like, "I'm just trying to tell you you're pretty. I want to take you out." No, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had friends that like took the same bus as me, but like would get on at different stops. And I'd be like, "Oh, such and such, come sit next to me, please."
Right.
Please. Or my sister would get on the bus and I'd be like, "Sister, where you about to sit?" "Oh, excuse me, I gotta go." That's my sister. They'd feel some kind of way.
I mean, yeah. So here's the thing, like, because I know people are like, well, if you don't want to be catcalled and you don't want people approaching you, like, how am I supposed to get to know you? And it's like you're not. Like, I get what you're saying. But 9 times out of 10, right? How often does that work for you? Like, approaching someone when
I
they're,
got social anxiety, first off, and they are the reason I have social anxiety because don't just come up to me, don't just touch me, don't because I will I will cry on cue and nothing could be happening.
I'm
I
dead.
was I was
I'm fucking
screaming. I will I will do anything and I'll be like, "Please help, help, help. He's touching me, please help." I've been
dead.
somebody kicked off the bus because of that. Like they would touch my he touched my leg and I was like, "Help." And it wasn't even the loudest help. It was
I'm
help.
dead.
Please. And the bus driver heard and I wasn't even close to the front. I was like in the middle. The bus driver was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "He just touched me and I didn't like it." And the bus driver said, "So you have to get off."
I mean, that's real though. That's real because it doesn't take much for these situations to go from like,
It doesn't take much for these situations to go left. And they're dangerous situations for women to be put in, regardless if it's just being catcalled or being hit on. It's a lot for a woman to not just be able to go out and be confident without being hit on.
facts. Facts. And like, honestly, 9 times out of 10, when I got up and got dressed for the day, it was not for your attention. I feel like that's what men fail to realize. Like, I'm not getting dressed for you. I'm getting dressed for me.
And
And
for
like,
and for real,
sometimes I
and
just
for
want
real,
to
I'm,
be
I'm just
pretty.
getting I'm just getting dressed because it's the closest thing next to me.
That too. That too. Especially in the summer with like sundresses, like that shit's just easy to throw on. Like, please don't think I did this for your attention because that was never my goal. But what I want to do is I want to hop into this video really quick. I'm gonna throw it
Yeah.
on. We have two videos in general that kind of talk about catcalling and different people's experiences, and then we'll come back and chat about it as a group. Um,
As a
so
group.
yeah, give me 1 second as I struggle. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on this
Take a
way.
look at this young girl's legs. Now, listen to what happened to her.
I was riding my bike and I was going downhill really fast, and this guy stuck his head out of his window and he was trying to catcall me, and he was like screaming at me and was like honking his horn, and I freaked out, so I like broke my bike and I like did a somersault off the front, and then he drove away. And that's how I got this bruise, love.
17 years old. A man catcalling her, driving down the road while she's just trying to be a kid. And when a woman does stand up for herself and does tell a man to go away, stuff like this happens.
Can you please go away? I don't want to talk to you.
You're a beautiful girl.
Okay. Can you go away?
You're from here, from here?
What?
You're from here, from here?
I just want you to leave, okay? Just leave me alone.
This is free space.
Just go somewhere else, okay?
This is...
Just go. I'm asking you to leave, or I will call the police, okay? I don't want to talk to you.
I want to do something with you.
Go away.
Why are men like this? Why won't they take no for an answer? It's partly because we've got people like this out there.
Women love being catcalled. When women complain about being catcalled, they're trying to signal to other women that men are paying attention to them. That is like literally what's going on.
And this guy, who thinks it's funny to just yell at women from his balcony.
Cat! 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 Cat!
And as we've seen, not only can catcalling be dangerous physically, but look how upset this young lady is.
I get catcalled and flirted with on a regular basis, but today, I don't know what the is in the air, if it's because a lot of new people are in Denver for the abs, or what the is going on. But I could not handle it today. I hate being a fucking girl, bro. I hate it. This is literally what I wore to work today. A fucking t-shirt and leggings. I don't know, man.
So to the men who come on my channel and say that I give men a bad name, no. Men like this give men a bad name.
The dramatization of that was fun.
I don't know how many levels of hell I'm going through for laughing, but first off, the girl in the first video, she said she hit her brakes going downhill because the guy was catcalling her. Baby girl, you didn't have to stop.
No, she definitely didn't need to stop.
No offense. No offense. Like, yes, it sucks because you were getting catcalled, but you did not have to hit your brakes. You did that all on your own. I'm not saying that it's okay, but you did a somersault off your bike on your own. You could have kept going. It was not like he was going to chase you down on your bike.
You never know what he was going to do, Asia. You don't know what he was going to do. She had to be careful. Better safe than sorry.
He drove off after she did a somersault.
Yeah, because he didn't want to be responsible for her death. I'd drive off too, like, oh shit, that bitch fucked yourself up. She ain't beautiful no more. No, I'm joking. That's so terrible. Also, she's 17, so like,
yeah.
I don't need like that.
It sounds like when she's talking about like her riding her bike and like going downhill, the main hills like that where you're like having to go like a certain speed down, it's like in California somewhere. I mean, that's where the steep where you're going down. You can, if you stop, you're gonna like
die.
You're gonna tumble.
Facts. Yeah. So the man calling out Cat was hilarious. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, that ended my entire existence. The guy who's like reporting it. The guy who's like reporting it is like, and this guy just thinks it's okay to start yelling at somebody. Yes, I'm not catcalling you. I'm calling my cat.
Look, that was funny. I'm not gonna hold you, but I will say I relate to, although she was super fucking dramatic in the way she was telling her story. I relate to that. Yes, the last girl. I relate to it. Because there are days where like
you saw how she cried on cue, right? I can do that.
I can do that. But I've definitely had days where I'm just like, dog, I'm just trying to get from point A to point B. Or when you have men, and this is like such a huge pet peeve of mine, who come up to you and tell you you should smile. Why the fuck would I smile? Like, there is nothing going on in my day to cause me to smile.
It was the girl who had the guy who was just persistent, where she was like, "Can you please leave me alone?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, I just want to take you out. Will you leave me alone?" Like, how many times I have to tell you to leave me alone for you to leave me alone? Do I need to
And I
pepper
don't
spray
need to
you?
give you a reason. I just don't want to.
Well, you're pretty. You're pretty. I want to take you out. Let me take you out.
I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me. Maybe we're not.
Because she pulled down her mask and everything, and she said, "Can you leave me alone? Leave me alone. Leave me." And it's that persistence right there that when DV happens from the woman's side, then it's like, oh, well, shit. What do you do? Do you arrest her? Is she wrong?
Yeah. No, absolutely. I agree. I feel like, and those are the cases where it's like, it feels so, unlike you, my hands aren't registered, right? And it feels unsafe to be a woman. And that's the scarier part, is that, like, generally it doesn't need to be 2:00 in the morning. It can be 2:00 in the afternoon. And like, things and men like that get really fucking scary.
And that's why I don't go out alone unless I'm in an area that I specifically know. But like last summer, okay, I was getting confident with my body, so I was like, I was outside in my shorts, like
True.
my shorts, and I was like, okay, I just need to, before I go back in the house, I need to run to Walmart. This dude followed me the entire time. I had both headphones in, let me remind you. So you know when the song changed, that's when you can hear everything around you. And he's like, excuse me. And I'm like, can I help you with something? He's like, yeah, you look good. I want to take you. No, you like what you see.
Right.
He's like, no, I want to get to know you. No, you don't.
It's not mutual.
It's not. Like my guy, you were not even enough for me to want to pay attention, because I could have had one headphone in, one headphone could have been dead, and I could have heard everything you were saying, and still smooth ignored you. But you followed me from aisle to aisle until I acknowledged you.
Like your tribal chief.
Roman would never.
Facts.
Daddy would never.
Big fucking facts. Yeah, it's.
I don't know.
I want to like put out a PSA to any man who's watching this. Like, just don't do it.
Just don't. I mean, even if you catcall somebody, just let it be to the people that are next to you, but don't say it out loud, because you don't know how we're feeling body wise. I have I guess I'm gonna say she's like a field person for the Estee Lauder brand, and she hates talking about her body. She hates when people catcall her. She hates when people be like, "You look good," because at the end of the day, did I not look good before? You're telling me I lost weight. Was I not skinny enough before for you to realize that I was skinny enough? Now, let me remind you, I call this one DM Hermione because a bitch want to tell you she looks like Hermione.
Hilarious.
And she laughs, and she's like, no, that's fine. Like, I know her name, and I call her by her name, but she's like, you can call me Hermione. She was like, I was like, because Taylor, you look just like Hermione. I'm sorry, I can't. But she said she hates it, and I completely understand. And even though it was a female manager that said something to her about it, I went to her and I apologized to her that manager even did that, and slightly felt offended because she didn't want to talk about it. And so I was like, I apologize, I don't want it to come off like we're all like that. And she's like, no, I know. And she's like, I'm flattered, but it's not something I like to talk about. And I was thinking that's completely understandable, because it's not something any of us really like to talk about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even being catcalled by a woman saying that you look good, or oh my gosh, you look pretty, or I've never seen you look like that. When it came to me in that dress, do you know how many times in that day where I felt like all eyes were on me just because I had my thigh out and like everything was there and you could see everything.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh my God, you look pretty. Did I not look pretty yesterday when I had on my leggings? Did I not look pretty the day before when I wore sweatpants and tennis shoes? Like, what? You can't say the right things in those situations. And so coming from a male or a female, it's slightly disrespectful. Like if it's not coming from your really, really close friend like us, if it's not coming from like one of us, then
Right.
it's like, should I feel offended? Should I be offended that you didn't see me as pretty yesterday, or that you see me more pretty today than you saw me yesterday? That you
Right.
see me more skinny now? Things like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel that. And that really happens more often when it is like a reoccurring person in your life. Um, but yeah, I started talking about this, but I want to ask you what your opinion is when men tell you to smile. You should smile. It would make you look prettier or nicer or whatever.
I'm not nice. That's why I don't smile. And if I smile, you better have said something funny, because
That's what I'm
at the end of the day, if you're not good looking, I'm not gonna smile at you. Even if you are good looking, I'm not gonna smile at you. I'm at work.
Yeah, that's what I'm. So one of my friends put up a Facebook status the other day, and he's like, "Men need to stop telling women to smile because if she's in a bad mood, let her be in a bad mood. Like emotions are normal, blah 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 blah, right?" And I commented on it, and I was like, 9 times out of 10, I'm not even in a bad mood. But if I walked around smiling all day, I'd look fucking crazy. Like I'm cooling. Like that's my face. Like if I literally walked around with a smile plastered on my face, you would think I was a serial killer. Like
I It's hard because it's hard to walk around with a smile because you never know, like, are you smiling too big? Are you
no, it's
when
weird
I
either
show
way. I have
I
nothing to
show
smile at. My
I
thoughts
show
are
all, I'm
normal.
weird, okay? I'm weird. I show all my teeth when I
That's hilarious. The fact that you even think that far into it. You
I do, but I
overthink
know
that
because
shit.
when I go back and I watch these videos and we talk and we laugh, I'm like, oh my God, I smile with my entire
That's
everything.
hilarious. I don't even pay attention to shit like that. That's like the last thing on my mind.
I mean,
That's
I don't know.
so funny.
I feel like I have to pay attention to those things because I'm 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 not, I don't have a lot of confidence in myself. So when people come catcalling at me or they tell me I'm pretty and things like that, I'm flattered, but it's also like I don't feel it. And I'm doing this to build my confidence and step out of my box a little bit.
Hmm.
And I don't necessarily feel comfortable doing it. Like with the dress. When the last time you see me wear a damn dress?
I mean, that's.
Well, besides Sunday.
I was gonna say
Sunday.
not a fair question to ask me.
True. But besides the 2 weeks we've seen each other, when was the last time you seen me in a dress?
It's been a while.
And then when I wear a skirt, did you see how I was?
Hurt.
When I wear a skirt, it is I can't. I'd be like, oh, I have to wrap something around my waist. Like it's not even because my ass is showing. It's more like
It should be because your ass. Like, be walking around here like Lizzo.
It was
Whole
funny
ass
because it was funny because the black skirt with the Batman shirt. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, that's so pretty!" Like, and I was like, "You don't even know it was cold as shit, and my ass was out." But the worst day was Sunday, where it was fucking windy as all hell, and I'm wearing a red skirt at that. And so my skirt's trying to Marilyn Monroe its life away. It didn't even matter.
Oh, that was so funny. It was cold as hell, though. I'll give you that.
And everyone's
But
like,
we
"You should've worn
digress.
it."
We digress. 'Cause you were about to go on a whole separate tangent. I'm gonna play the other video. So this video is basically a news clip of a recent
Catcalling death.
I mean, yeah, that's not what I was gonna say, but thank you, because words escape me on a regular basis. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and play it. This happened, I believe, last week or maybe earlier this week. So, yeah.
Police are searching for two men after a 19-year-old was stabbed to death and her twin sister was wounded at a Brooklyn deli over the weekend.
They say it happened after the men made unwanted advances. CBS 2's Zania Maldonado with the latest on the investigation tonight from Park Slope.
Maurice and Christine, investigators say the two men made unwanted advances toward the twins inside this deli here along 4th Avenue before they were stabbed. One of the sisters died from her injuries, and according to police, the other sister was released from the hospital earlier today.
She's a good person. She didn't deserve this.
Family members and loved ones of Brooklyn native Maya Spain are heartbroken, dealing with the loss of the 19-year-old after police say she was stabbed multiple times in the chest, her twin stabbed in the arm. The suspects, according to police, two men trying to flirt with the girls.
She was a happy-go-lucky girl, normal teenager. Sad that this happened to her.
Monday, a memorial with candles and pictures of Spain was set up in front of the Wyckoff Gardens apartment complex, just a 5-minute walk from where she was killed Sunday around 2:30 a.m. The attack happened right outside the Natural Plus Deli on 4th Ave in St. Mark's Place. A witness says the two men involved were intoxicated and ran off after stabbing the girls.
It's sad. It's very sad.
Investigators say they are still searching for the two men they believe to be responsible and are asking anyone with information about this stabbing to contact them as their investigation continues. From Park Slope, Brooklyn, Zania Maldonado, CBS 2 News.
Yeah. So that's super sad. And I think it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know what it is about men that make them feel entitled to a response or to a positive response. But if I say I'm not interested, I'm not interested. And I feel like I don't understand why that hurts your feelings so much. Because I cannot be the first person who's ever said that to you.
Also, why I go out with a weapon at all times.
Yeah.
I always have I have mace or one of those like little things that you get off TikTok, the little chain thingies. Or I have a knife. I purposely wear boots. If you see me wear boots, know that there's a weapon on me at all times. I have to feel like I have to protect myself. I don't want to be made to the point where when I go out, I have to fear for my life for this exact reason. I don't want to have to go out with my friends or my sister, who looks exactly like me, by the way, and something like this happens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. Like, I don't want to have to consistently protect myself. I want to let my guard down in my neighborhood, let me mind you. So who knows where these two guys were from, or if they even, if they were visiting or anything like that. Like, now they're gone. Like, now you don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. And I feel like as women, we have to always be on like guard for shit like that. And that's scary. Like, it's super scary. And it's something that, like, while men do still experience unwanted attention in certain cases, it's never to the point of physicality, unless somebody's like pulling a Cardi, allegedly. and you're being drugged and taken.
I'm sorry. Wait. Oh God, I was about to make a really bad joke. I was about to make a secret society joke, and you know it was coming.
I hate you. I hate you.
I'm
What do you want
sorry,
to
and I
say?
know because I know this is a sensitive topic, but like there, yes, I'm so sorry for that family's loss, and I I hate that it could have been both of them. Especially because I have someone that looks exactly like me.
Right.
So anything can happen. Anybody from her past or anybody from my past could attack either one of us.
Or random.
Or thinking that we're each other. Oh, I seen you. You were just in you didn't speak. And I'm like, I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
Speak to me. Well, there was somebody who looked just like you. I have somebody that looks just like me in this world. I can't.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's kind
I
of
don't
scary.
know.
I've never even thought about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Like people
it's
confusing you.
something that we've both experienced, and I say experience because again, me and my sister look alike. I've done some shit to my done some shit to my sister. She's done some shit to me, but like I'm gonna protect my sister at all costs, even if it means somebody random come to my house asking, "Am I her?" Yes, I'm her. And she do the same, regardless if we're talking or not. She's gonna do the same. That's just an agreement that we have. Because somebody can know where one of us live, but not the other, and then they can come back and be like, "Well, there's somebody looking for you." Now, I got a past.
Continue.
I have a past. I know my past is not going to come back to haunt me because there are NDAs signed and confidentiality, like regardless. But you never know.
Yeah.
So I would. I hate it. I hate it. I hate that I have to protect myself going out.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's kind of like, 'cause, like, so Jamal always talks about how when I'm walking or whatever, how I'm like always keeping my head on a swivel and shit like that. When I'm with him, obviously I feel safe and protected. Like that's not a concern in any. I mean, he makes sure that
First off, your husband is a giant.
He's a big man, former soldier, and always looks like don't fuck
He
with
looked
me.
like he looked like me with an attitude.
Yeah, exactly. Consistently. Like he's one of those like you should smile more often ass niggas, like because it looks mean as shit when he doesn't.
I feel like if a female came up to him and said, "You should smile more. I think you look a little bit more handsome." Jamal would accidentally black out, look at you, and say, "Brittany, I need you to punch her in the face."
I don't think he'd ask me to do it. It's cute. You
he can ask me.
when it
He can
handle
call
it
me.
himself. I'm just saying.
9 months pregnant. I can't let my wife handle this. That's almost like the situation, your old job situation
with Bernice,
where you weren't getting called, where you weren't getting catcalled, but when the situation happened after it happened, and they kept calling you out the door.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've experienced an exuberant amount of creepy ass motherfuckers. I think that this episode as a whole should just be a PSA to men to say like, hey, if you really want to get to know somebody, honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and say if it's meant to be, it will be, right? If you really want to get to know, I think that because otherwise, approaching me at any point in the day is probably
not be Mikey, okay? No, I'm just joking. If no one knows, me and Mikey met on Twitch through his brother. And then he came and trolled me on my stream as I was sucking at Sonic Forces. And
Sucking at what? Giving your pass, bitch. Continue.
And then I was like, well, if you want to harass me, you can harass me in the DMs. And he was like, oh, DM slide initiated. I was not going to respond.
That's hilarious.
I was not going to respond.
But you did.
I had to. Because then he said, if COVID don't take you out, can I?
That's hilarious.
We met right at the lockdown, like right at the
Yeah.
lockdown period. So he was always traveling from Virginia to Maryland just to see me, regardless of if we was locked down or not.
Aw, that's so cute.
Yeah.
That's so cute. I mean, so Jamal and I met, I approached him. So, and honestly, have him tell it, like, I probably was crossing all types of boundaries. I mean, maybe we should make a whole other episode about that. But
yes, absolutely. How we met our partners and what we did to sexualize them.
Yeah, because I definitely approached him and like gave him my number. I feel like when a woman's interested, she'll let you know she's interested. But I mean, even if you do shoot your shot, if you miss, you miss, and that's okay. Like it's okay to not bag every woman you try to talk to.
Having the fragile male ego of a 10-year-old who doesn't get what he wants kind of pisses me off.
Because temper tantrum.
Because you're an adult. You're gonna get shot down with the quickness sometimes.
Mm-hmm. In all aspects of life. Not even dating.
Not even just dating. Like you could walk up to somebody and be like, hey, you dropped your wallet, and then the first thing a girl says is, I have a boyfriend. Well, bitch, she could have took all your money.
Right.
She could have took all your money.
Yeah.
I think with fragile male and women and male egos, they need to. It's almost worse than brat behavior.
Yeah.
Because there's always someone to tame it, but then you have situations like this last video that we had where there's no one to tame that behavior, and then they go out and make rash decisions because you've been drinking or because they didn't like what you said. They got little dick syndrome.
Super little dick syndrome. And that's what it comes down to, because blaming it on drinking. I've never done anything violent because I was drinking.
Now, I've blacked out and I've had my friends carry me to the car and me violently throw up on the side of the road a whole lot to the point where Mikey's had to come get me. But
I probably liquid couragely cuss people out, but I've never stabbed somebody to death. That means that there's underlying feelings there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That need to be resolved, because that liquor ain't gonna do something completely out of it.
Now, a lot of people also don't know that what I've done to my twin sister, which is a whole nother story for a different day. But I'm just gonna say I almost poisoned my sister. Well, I did. And it ended very badly on her end, and here we are.
She's still alive though, for anyone wondering.
Oh yeah,
definitely she didn't admit to homicide. She admitted to a crime though. Continue.
It wasn't a crime. She deserved it.
Jesus. Continue.
I love my sister. I love my partner, but those two will never meet a day in their life. I love Mikey with my entire being. I love my sister with my entire being. But those two, if they ever cross paths, I'm beating her ass because I know it was her fault. Because she knows where I live. But if you ever stop by my house and I'm not here, I got your life 360.
All right.
I'm gonna know you're at my house.
Jesus. Woo! That just got dark. Were you going somewhere with that, or?
I'm not gonna lie. I sometimes have a fragile male ego.
You have a fragile male ego, or just a fragile ego because you're not a male?
Because sometimes I hate getting denied because I've been trying to put like not now, like obviously, but like in the past, I would hate getting rejected just because I wasn't the prettiest or I wasn't like the best at something or I just wasn't what they wanted. And then it'd be like, well, shit. I mean, I'm not gonna go out and stab somebody, but it's enough where I'll go home and I'll throw a fucking temper tantrum and be like, cry under my breath and be like, I don't fucking want your dumb ass anyway.
But you do it to yourself. Do you see the difference? Like, you don't have that out loud in my presence. Like,
if you have that, just know that if you have that in my presence, I'm probably gonna blow my rape whistle. Just, I'm going to blow my grape whistle because I feel unsafe at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know what you have on you. I know what I have on me, and I know that my hands are registered. So if you don't swing first and I swing and I don't have an alibi, I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
Which is also why I go out with other people, because other people I trust. Because there's a he said, she said, and then the people who witnessed it.
I feel that. Wow. Anyhow.
I don't know. I really do feel bad for this family. To lose one daughter and for a twin to lose their other half. It's just it's the saddest thing you can actually imagine. Because I'd hate to lose my sister due to a situation like that. So I do wish that family all of the best.
Absolutely.
And hoping that they find whoever did this. And that catcalling and fragile male egos being, when they're turned down and things like that gets put in check because this is a lot. This is an extent that we now have to go through to protect ourselves. And if we say no, no means no. It's almost like when we're at con and they means a picture can mean a picture, but consent is not. Consent has to be given before you touch.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely.
And I do feel bad, and as much as we joke and we laugh about these like situations in life and things like this, I hate it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like I said before, those types of reactions, there's an underlying there has to be an underlying mental illness, to be honest with you. Aside from having a frail ego, like some sort of misogyny, sexist kind of vibes, because I feel like if you can't respect the fact that I'm uninterested, like you don't view me as being equal to you on a human level.
Yeah.
Because if I were to approach you and you were uninterested, you would expect me to back the fuck down. But on the other hand, for whatever reason, men don't accept that reciprocated.
Yeah.
And they allow their egos or their fucking horniness or whatever's driving them to continue to overpower, just basic human respect. If I don't want to be talked to, I don't want to be talked to.
They want to go and tell their friends. Oh, I rejected this girl. Low key, she rejected him.
Yeah, that's kind of like when you're young and like men lie about how many people they've had sex with, and it's always more, and women always say it's less. I was never that woman.
I don't necessarily
did what I did.
care. Yeah, and if you ask me, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know.
Yeah, no, facts. That's exactly what I was about to say. If you ask me, my response is gonna say I don't know.
I don't know because But I also don't want to. I don't want you to know because this is a fresh start.
Mm-hmm.
We're building a fresh start.
Facts. We should do a body count episode in the future. In general. You know what you look like? You know that People's Court meme? Have you seen that clip? Oh my god, I have to get the clip put on StreamYard. But when she's just like, as they were reading the shit out of her life, like that man was like, yeah, I know who she is. That's my girlfriend. Like in front of her husband, and sis just paused, like, oh, this is happening. That's what you look like.
I mean, we can do a body count episode, and I think I'd be okay. I think that's an episode we should do live.
Yeah. I would be okay. I can genuinely tell you my responses. I don't know, but we can.
Don't ask me what you can ask me. You can ask me what my body count is, and I'm gonna look at you and be like, I
can give you a ballpark. I think if I really thought about it, if I go through my Facebook friends,
not
and
not with my old job,
other things. Because I'm not even friends with most of them, but I can put some thought into it. I actually really thought about writing a book about like my hoe days. A book of short stories.
You said freak Nick Brittany attention.
Hey, I had some wild 20s, okay? I kept a roster. And nobody got a real name.
As did I. And you met one of them. You didn't get to meet the other, thank God. You accidentally met that one, but
yeah. So I definitely was thinking about that, writing a series of short stories. My husband would never want to read it though.
I would be the as soon as I'd be like, send me the non-printed copy. I just want to make some notes.
Send me the notes out of your phone. The rough draft.
Just screenshot it all. Just send it all to me. And I just want to read it. And how much would have been that'd be the best read of my entire existence?
Probably would be. I've had a lot of fucking life experiences. However, I also have the memory of a goldfish. So I have to like really put some thought into it.
We can half and half a book.
Let's do it.
We can half and half a book. It stop at a certain point for you when your fish goes gold, your mind goes goldfish, and then it starts Azah chapter 1.
That'd be dope. We should stop talking about it on air and just do it.
Hell yeah!
Anybody could take our life experiences because they're unique.
I've done some shit. I'm only 27. I've done some shit. Okay, I've been doing shit for a while.
I hate you. Look, on that note, we should have left it on the note where you actually gave your condolences. And then we just kept talking. But on that note, we're wrapping up the episode. Let us know what y'all think about catcalling. Is it appropriate? Do women who complain about it, are they looking for attention? Like that one guy said in the first video. Or do y'all agree that men should come up with different techniques to try to talk? Cat. Look, anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. Talk a little bit about what we're doing. If you don't already know, which you should know, because if you pay attention to any of the shows that we are on, we have been talking about it. But please make sure y'all check out our WrestleMania watch party. Azah will be hosting. I may or may not.
She'll be in the comments.
I'll be in the comments. Wherever the fuck I am, I will be in the comments. But I will probably...
If she's home, she'll be on. But more than likely, she will be somewhere giving birth to my nephew. Okay?
Yeah. So we'll see.
Or have had given birth to my nephew.
Or I'm at the hospital. But if I'm home, we'll pop on. We'll have some fun. We'll have a drinking game. If you weren't part of our Royal Rumble watch party, we had a drinking game. We'll have another one for WrestleMania. But this one will be different because we are actually doing streaming WrestleMania both nights live. However, it will be offline. So if you want to sign up for it. Let us know. We'll drop the link in the comments. But you have to register to be a part of it so that we can stream it live and we can all watch it together and have a good time. So make sure you check that out. But as always, you can catch us on Unapologetically Black Weekends, kicking shit off on Fridays at 9 p.m. With trivia. And Saturdays, Asia has some shit cooking, so look out.
Yeah.
You have the Better Half show at 7 p.m. every Saturday night. You have Blurred Trap House at 9 p.m. every Saturday night. And Sundays, you can catch the fellas at 7 p.m. on Anime Court. And you can catch Unapologetically Black, Never Broken, Always Empowered every 9 p.m. on Sundays. Every 9 p.m. on Sunday. All of that. Like I said,
we have some things coming.
We have some new things coming. We'll be taking a little season break coming up. Certain shows, us, the main show, Unapologetically Black, will also be taking a little break. And but trivia will still be going, and the guys will still be going. So make sure you check us out all weekend long. And for more content like this, please like, share, subscribe, love up on us. Like, let us know that you like us. Let Curtis know, right? That we're doing a good fucking job.
Oh, we have some merch. We are coming up with some merch, so just be on the lookout for that as well. Support your girls, the team.
Yeah, everything, all that.
So
yeah, until next time, guys, we are out. Have a good night. See if I can get my hearts to work. I don't know. There we go. Because I don't know how to do it like young kids do now. It's like something with their fingers. I feel so old. Yeah. What the fuck is that? It feels double. Anyways.